Yo, how do you have 240,000 hyperspace crystal on a tier 11 account?
Hi. So you wanna be a player, but you weren't too smart. You gotta hit Melt up to get a pimp out of.
Greetings, Commanders! On today's episode of Pimp My Arc, we're going to be looking at one of the weirdest accounts I've ever seen. I mean, that's a sick account. Like, I'm tell you right now, this account, we're $100,000 into this account, and it's only tier 11. But it's got so much potential. That money wasn't squandered away. It just wasn't put towards the progress of tiered troops. So, on today's episode, we're going to be kind of ripping this account apart and seeing where it needs to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Mama with the Red Guild. Shout out to Sensei. Let me get that out of the way. Apparently, he's an incredible guild leader. And this is Joe Mama's arc. And he's an elf main, just on the verge of tier 12. But look at this account power, 200,000 power. Look at this research. We'll go to advanced here. He's got 7 in infantry, 8 in airship, advanced walkers max. You go down. So he's got 5 in airships and infantry abandoned there. 7 walker HP, 5 walker dodge, 5 walker defense, and then hyperspace 4. So he's 1 research away from tier 12. So close. And he's an elf main, so he really only needs the Void Skaters to really just turn his account into a monster account, because right now he's a tier 11 account. All right, so let's talk about this. First off, if you're going to be doing this research, once you get hyperspace, you need to stay on hyperspace. You don't go back when you have enough resources for walker dodge or walker HP. You maximize 1 research at a time, because at level 8, levels 9, levels 10, you get way more value. As opposed to having like all of them at level 7, it's better to have them at level 5, and level 10. Okay, so we're basically abandoning infantry and airships at this point. We're focusing strictly on being a walker main. We've got elf. 400,000 leadership. Not the best gear, but not far away from having great gear. Let's look at our reference here. What are we trying to do? Well, it's alpha brain plugin time. So as an elf main in the current meta, as tier 12, you're going to want super immunity to beat the infantry commanders who are running dual blades and Wings of Eternity. Or you're going to run Steam Cannon to stay away from those airship mains like Reinhardt and Rogers, who are buffing themselves up with defense. So you actually probably in most cases are going to benefit from super immunity, which is a B skill, and you only really need it level 1. Airships get such amazing skills. Cassiopeia, super immunity from Tina, and then Full Metal Steam Cannon. Now, he doesn't have Steam Cannon here. He said that he was trying to get it, of course, but he doesn't have Full Metal. He missed the Full Metal event, so this is what he has available to him right now. He was trying a couple other things, but in my opinion, super immunity is the way to go, because that's what elves rip my ghillie apart with. That's the only thing. That's just the main struggle. And the tank build as well, the Stella tank, the stank build. Okay, let's take a look at the gear. Now, when it comes to getting the most out of your elf, you want to remember elf needs to land hits for tear space damage, because she's an HP build. So that means she needs accuracy. She doesn't care about the combat damage, but she just needs HP and accuracy. Okay, then she needs HP in the helm for more tear space damage. So Valkyrie is a decent choice here. And then this is the invincible chest piece, and then the fearless pants. Now this is a bit dated of a build. This is from Season 9. Season 10, you can get away with using, let's say, the Ambition, which he already has, Crit Wither, and Resistance Weaken. You lose the hit points here, but you pick up Tear Suppression, which can be useful, because he was saying that he's looking more for like Galactic Battle and Server-Side Battle now that he's going to be Tier 12. So I think Ambition's a great choice here, but if you like, you can stay with Shadow, but also the Invincible is a good choice. Is it Invincible? I keep wanting to say Invincible. Here, let me double check that. He might not even have it. Yeah, he actually doesn't have it. He probably destroyed it for a ship or something. Okay, but a little bit of dodge is nice on elf. All right, so as far as pants are concerned, you know, the fearless pants are always great. They give you the 2 main stats you need, HP and damage reduction. There is an argument here for the Phantom Pants because you get a little dodge, you get that damage reduction, you get that Crit Wither. Crit Wither's really important for Elf. But I personally think you're probably going to Awaken Crit Wither, so you're going to get a lot of that just from your Awaken. You may be better off here with the Fearless Pants. It's a preference thing. Either one's fine. As far as the helmet's concerned, Gift of the Valkyrie is going to give you the biggest HP pool, and that's really nice. You lose a little attack. We don't care about the attack. But if you do go Natural Whisper, you can pick up a decent amount of HP and crit with her. You lose some accuracy here, which kind of sucks, which kind of leans more to the King build. So personally, I think Valkyrie's probably the better way to go, even though this is the newer item that should be better. I think Valkyrie's fine here. But dump the Eternal Barrier. The stats on this are trash. This is a entry level 1 epic. You want to get 2 Eternal Knights. Look at that accuracy. Look at that HP. Look at that resistance weakened. You don't have to worry about Sui Marches. Especially because you're Elf too, you're going to have that tear space in that build. So that's what I would do for gear. As far as gyms are concerned, right now he's running Cassiopeia, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. I like the Virgo, I like the Taurus. When Virgo goes off, and it will with an Elf build, it's going to give you a lot of value in round 2. Cassiopeia, obviously essential, that goes nice with super immunity. But Capricorn is crit wither before we had the stat. So I'm not a big fan of Cassiopeia. If I had to choose a 4th one, I might go for a blend, but the original recommended Leo. So this was Darth Vader's elf. He recommended Leo. I think it's a decent choice. It's still a hard hit, but, you know, that's up to you. Go with what your gut says. As long as you have Cassiopeia, a guaranteed hit, and a Virgo, you're going to be doing really well. All right, so that covers the 4th skill. That covers the main gear. Also, there's 400,000 leadership here. Okay, there's 280,000 on Vega. You're not an airship main anymore. You don't need Vegas having that 280,000. Stella's okay, but you're not really going to be going down the tier 12 Stella path, so you could probably pull that off. Now, if you're trying to do peak contest and all-star, you might use this. You use the leadership moved around a little bit, but then save your settings in all-star and then go move all your leadership back to your elf, because you could easily put another 400k on this elf, and you could easily have an 800,000 leadership elf, which is scary. It's almost halfway. It's halfway to max leadership. That's what I would do. I would stack all that leadership up on elf, because you got to think of yourself now as a boss commander fighting in the galactic battle, holding fort. Super immunity, tear space damage, curse. Get that blessing, get that damage reduction, get that HP gear going, and you're going to get a lot more value out of that elf and being able to defend yourself, your allies, and those capitals. All right, so pull the leadership, adjust the 4 skills, fix the gear. Let's talk about troops. Let's talk about research. All right, so like I said earlier, it's better to go down one path, okay? And he has a ton of research or hyperspace crystals to use. He just needs resources. So what did he do? He knows he needs resources. Look at this. Super salvage parts and food gathering is maximum. How crazy is that? I've never actually seen that. But this account is so rich with the premium crystals, he never stopped and just bought resources. Resources are so expensive to buy with gold. And this is one of those rare accounts where I even hate to say this, but if you can find a resource broker, you probably need to. Because getting 800,000 leadership of tier 12, which is what you're going to have to do soon, costs $200,000+ to buy the resources with gold. So unless your guild's going to help you out with tens of billions of resources, you're going to need to buy it. And resource vendors sell it for $80 to $100 a billion. So that's probably the way to do this. I know that's just asking for some criticism, but listen, all the other big players are doing it. This is a $100,000 account. You may as well catch up. All right. Now, interesting thing about this account, he never ran alts. Okay. I found that very relatable, you know. It's like a lot of people just want to run one account. It's a pain in the butt to run 2 accounts. It's a particularly old account. It's 4.5 years old, so he's one of the originals. Never migrated, and all he's done is just go with the natural server merges. So I thought that was kind of cool. He's more of a farmer right now, so we're trying to get him shifted towards Galactic Battle and more PvPing. Was a former Filthy Vega elf, did switch, or Filthy Vega main, switched over to elf, and just being on that verge of tier 12, just his whole game is about to change. That's what's crazy about this account. He's got so much money, so much time into it, but he's literally on the verge of greatness. So going back to this build, there was a couple things. He said he was working on a Regina build. I don't believe in the Regina build. I just don't. I just think like everything that makes Elf great makes her okay. You know, she's just close, but not close enough. Yeah, he's got her skills up there. 15,000 leadership. Yeah, on base, bonus damage, and then damage reduction. I don't know, man. I'm just not sold yet. Shockwave on her. Shockwave could be okay. Shockwave does get a lot of value, especially if you hit low tier. But I would stay away from that. If you really wanted to get a second commander, Maybe put like 200,000 leadership into a tank Medusa build. Stay with the walkers because that's where your tier 12 is. Could go with a Hancock build because you can get a lot of value out of Hancock with just a small march or a Sui march. So that's kind of where I would go there. You could decide to go more of an offense build, but I think the offense comms like Pictor and King are looking more for the new troops. Unless you want to get 2 different army of troops going, I would say you could just get away with going Hancock or Medusa with another tank build and just do like 600k on your elf, 200k on your secondary, and that would be enough. I should say, man, that King build with Overload, that's a really fun build. Stack penetration, and you could get away with using the regular tier 12, the HP tier 12. So that would be good too. But maybe that's what I would do. Yeah, I would say grab King and throw Overload on him. Yeah, Overload? Yeah. Oh, God. Is that what it's called? All right, hold on. We got to double check this. It's Kid skill. God, I'm pulling up Kid in a Pimp My Arc. No, it's Overdrive. Overdrive. Get it right, Melt. Jesus. And then we'll end it on this. Here's Vega. Here's Stella. Here's Elf. He's got a lot of troops. He can repurpose these troops later to save on resource costs, but a lot of troops tied up in tier 10 for infantry and and airships. He's got quite a bit of walkers. Could use a bit more troops here. Doesn't have a lot of tier 11. So I guess if anything I would take away from this account is don't get caught trying to do research for things you don't have yet. If resources are the thing holding you back, find a way so that you can get the resources to use the premium stuff that you're paying real money for, because this account should have been tier 12, 100 million power ago. And he's been missing out on a lot of huge wins and a lot of just fun parts of the game, participating in the super high end of the meta because he was behind on that. But not for much longer. Whew. Are you guys happy to see Pimp My Arc back? This account's crazy. This account's crazy, man. You can kind of tell just Joe Mama likes playing the game. He's kind of into it. He doesn't like min-max or theorycraft or just get too down and dirty in the gritty details. He just spends where he wants, builds what he wants. But I'm glad to be able to jump in here and kind of give him some direction. So if you like this video, if you have any comments below, for any advice for Joe Mama, please use the comments below and upvote this video. And maybe we'll do some more Pimp My Arc. What do you guys think, huh? A couple more?
So you wanna be a player, but you weren't too smart. You gotta hit Melt up to get a pimp out.